and welcome to the Good Ship Buzzcocks. Now, the series got off to a pretty choppy start last week with the delightful but inexperienced guest captain, Mark Ronson. So, to guide us on our second voyage across the high seas of hilarity and into calmer shores of formatted fun, we sent out an SOS for that saltiest of sea dogs, Captain Stephen Fry. Mr. Stephen Fry. And his buzzer goes... I'm a national fucking treasure! And on Stephen's team tonight... It's the award-winning, platinum-selling singer of Cage the Elephant, and we're delighted to have him here. Tonight, with just 3 outrageous lies in his intro, it's Matt Schultz.
Yeah, I was like, did I win the award?
And she's a fiercely intelligent, Oxbridge-educated comedian and actor. Stephen Fry better watch out, because she's also a murderer. It's Josie Long. And on Phil's team this evening, former S-Club junior and now in new girl band, The Saturdays. There's nothing wrong with dressing her all sexy now, and we can't change the past. It's Frankie Sandford. And also on Phil's team is the up-and-coming star of Mamma Mia, The History Boys and The Duchess. Oh, him! I love him! Such a recognisable face. Go on, give us a clue. I'm sorry, your time's up. It's Dominic Cooper. Those are the teams. Let's now cut to a wide shot. A shot of Phil, Stephen, and then back to me. So we begin with whoop whoop. That's the sound of Duck Police. Stephen, Matt and Josie, look at this.
Feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo.
Hey, Akon, great to see you. I know you're a guy with his finger on the pulse who's not afraid to say what needs to be said. So what's the message behind your new single? Well, Simon, it's about smacking women's bottoms. Oh, about time. That was Akon with Smack That. But how did a pretzel land him in trouble with the law at a 2007 New York gig?
You're American, you might explain for the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the British audience what a pretzel is. No, what a pretzel is.
Okay.
Not a sexual position. I'm not ready for that yet. What, I mean, you get them in snacky bags, don't you? They're like a little, what?
Yeah, it's like dough. Yeah.
Stephen, I'm pretty sure that the pretzel dates back to 16th century Germany. I don't know if that's...
It's called the bretzel.
That's right, the bretzel, the bretzel. And, of course, you'll know, it's 3 holes represent the Christian Trinity of Father, Son and the Holy Spirit.
Some people believe it's the origin of the phrase tying the knot.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Exactly, yeah. And wasn't the largest pretzel ever baked by Joseph Naccio?
Yes. This is not prepared, but I happen to know certainly. I don't know if it's the largest ever baked.
This is not prepared.
I know... I think we can tell that. I know what the largest movie pretzel is. It was a 4-foot pretzel, which was used in the film It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, the Stanley Kramer film, which you see in the film. I think that's probably the largest in movies. It may not be the largest in the world, though.
Well, I'm certainly aware of that one, but the one I'm talking about, I remember it weighed about 40 pounds and it stretched 3 feet across, so not as big as the one in the movie. So but that's interesting that we both know things, isn't it? That's interesting.
The point is, it's a staple American foodstuff, a snack food, like a big...
You know more about it than I do.
Well, the spectator sees more of the game, I suppose.
But what about Akon? Do you know anything about Akon?
I'm afraid I don't.
No.
He seems to come with the standard uniform of the Hippity-Hoppity Brigade, with the...
He looks very hip-hop.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of shiny things and rather less lustrous attitudes towards women, it seems. But the worst scenario we can put in it is that he in some way inserted it without asking the permission of a lady.
Yeah.
That's possible. We all know about Mars bars and Marianne Faithfull and so on. So there is a history in popular music of recto-vaginal insertion. That's, you can't claim there isn't.
I thought you were going to bring this show up to a standard, but...
Was he arrested for a crime of violence?
It's possible a crime of violence...
A fray, as you might say in law.
You're in the right sort of area, you are.
OK.
Before you answer, I'd just like to talk to Matt for a while.
Yeah.
Matt, tell us about your religious upbringing.
Like, our bass player and my father lived on a Christian hippie commune kind of place where they all found Jesus.
You sort of abandoned Christianity to lead the rock and roll lifestyle now.
I wouldn't say I've abandoned it. It abandoned me.
Are you worried that you'll burn in hell?
No, because when I was young, I accepted Jesus in my heart, and once he's in your heart, he never goes away.
Stephen, while you're here, is there a God?
No, darling. Good. No.
So, no God, and what's the answer?
Josie, you can help us out here. You must know.
OK, so a pretzel was thrown at him. No, he threw a pretzel into the crowd.
Interesting.
And then he retaliated, and his posse beat them down.
Let's see if you're right. You're bloody right. They're right. Wow. After a young fan threw a pretzel at Akon, the rapper summoned the boy, picked him up and threw him into the crowd. Both the boy and the woman he landed on have taken him to court. Phil, Frankie and Dominic, this is for you. Well, everyone knows who this is. It's the hugely influential, internationally renowned singer from The Fall, Marquis Smith. You'd have to be that idiot Simon Apple not to know who he is. That was The Fall with Victoria, but how did two squirrels get Marquis Smith into trouble? Two squirrels.
Two squirrels.
Not red squirrels.
I can tell you they were red squirrels.
They were red squirrels.
Yeah.
Well, he must have then either been on the Isle of Wight or in Cumbria, because that's the only place in the UK you can find the red squirrels.
OK.
We don't sound nearly as intelligent. We're failing.
Yeah, oh, when I hit you with the facts, you're nonplussed. But when your boyfriend over there...
Don't mock our intellectual Greek love. This is funny, though, Stephen, that we're talking about squirrels, because I was just saying to someone the other day that in Norse mythology, Ratatosk is a red squirrel, you must know this, who runs up and down with messages the world tree, which is known as Yggdrasil, and...
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil is correct, and...
I feel like I'm being beaten up by a fucking encyclopedia salesman.
Lovely to have Dominic Cooper here, huh? Sexy hunk actor Dominic Cooper. You hear that? You hear those three people there? What about that? You're doing very well.
Apparently.
Quietly in all the big films of the summer, that Mamma Mia and The Duchess as well.
Have you seen either of them?
No, but...
No, I don't think so.
Here's my question. Why is that James McAvoy bigger than Dominic Cooper? Huh? What's the deal? Because you're better looking, right or wrong. Right or wrong, three people? Yeah, it's gone down to two now, gone down to two.
It's right there.
He's not so much better acting than you that it's noticeable.
You think... That's true.
Here's what I think.
OK.
You're too sexual.
Well, how can you be too sexual?
I think it was Right Said Fred that said...
And did it not work for him? Was that the end of the career?
Pretty much, yeah.
So what should one do?
I don't know, but at the moment, you look like a man who's permanently looking for sex.